we are actually going to do 10.2, and it is called simplifying radicals. So we're actually going to do two things in this section. We're going to simplify radicals, and then we're also going to multiply radicals and simplify. So we've got to start with simplifying. A radical just means a square root, a cube root, a fourth root, whatever it is. That little house-looking thing. Okay? So when we talk about a square root actually means that we have two of the same factor. So for example, when we have the square root of 9, that is 3 times 3, right? And so since there's two of the same thing, the answer is just 3. When I have the square root of 25, 25 is 5 times 5. And since there are two of the same thing, this equals 5. Right? Okay. So now we're going to have some fun. It's not. Okay. So what I want to talk about today is if you have a radical that is not a perfect square, like our two examples there. So let's say I have the square root of 12. 12 can break down into 3 times 4. But 4 can break down further, can it? 2 and 2. So I'm going to break that down into 2 and 2. And so I don't get mixed up, I'm going to cross out that 4 because I broke that down further. So now, square root means two of the same thing. Do I have two of the same thing up there? We have two 2's. So this group of 2's gets to go out of the radical. Left inside is still this 3 because it didn't have a partner. So here's how I like to say it. Okay, you have to have a friend to go out to the party or go outside the radical. If you don't have a friend, you have to stay home. Okay? All right, so here we go. Example number 1. Simplify. So let's say I have the square root of 18. 18 can break down into what two numbers, Alyssa? 9 and? It's two numbers that multiplied 18, so 9 times 2, right? And then 9 can break down into 3 and 3. I'm going to cross out my 9 so I don't get mixed up. Now, is there a number up there that has a friend? The 3 has a friend, right? So that means the 3 gets to go outside, and left at home without a friend is the 2. Okay? Yes? Well, just, yeah, you don't need to go down to with a 1 because 1's not going to help us at all. Huh? Yeah. So let's try another one. I'm going to keep it underneath the same example. Let's say I have the square root of 75. All right, I hear it. 25 and 3. Do one of those numbers break down further? Breaks down into what, Sean? Good. And I'm going to cross out the 25 so I don't get mixed up. So now, is there a number that has a friend? The 5's have a friend. Okay, so that means it gets to go out. And the 3, whoops, I don't know why I just wrote 15. Sorry, my bad. My bad. And left at home is a 3. Yes, Alyssa. Yep. So this is all we're doing, so if both numbers break down. Oh. Grady. Okay, great question. Great question. So let's do 27. So I have the square root of 27, right? 27 breaks down into 3 times 9, and 9 breaks down into 3 and 3. All right, so I have one group of 3s that get to go out. Staying at home because he doesn't have a friend is the 3, right? So it has to stay home. Okay, now let's cover the question you had. All right, so here's example number 2. Again, I'm going to ask that you simplify. All right, and let's go with the square root. $72. 72. Lily, what do you want to break it down into? 8 and 9. Awesome. 8 and 9. Oh, look at that. Both of those break down further. 8 we want to break down into 2 and 4. And again, I'm going to cross out my 8. 9 breaks down into 3 and 3. Cross out my 9. Very good. 4 breaks down into 2 and 2. So we want to make sure before we keep going that all of our numbers are all broken down all the way, right? So now we start to circle the numbers that have friends. Good. 2 2s and 2 3s. Now here we have 2 groups that get to go out to the party. Guess what? When more than one group goes out to the party, we multiply the fun. So we're going to multiply them together. So this is 6, and staying at home is a 2. That one little lonely 2 hanging out over here. All right, let's try another one. Really? How about square root of 56? All right, somebody tell me, what do you want to break this down into? 7 and 8. All right, 7 and 8 it is. Okay, Sean, do one of those break down? Breaks down into what? 2 and 4. I'm going to cross out my 8 so I don't get mixed up. Anything else still break down? Oops. Good, 2 and 2. All right, let's check it out. Do we have a set of friends? All right, do we have any other sets of friends? So this 2 is going to come out. Staying at home is the 2 and 7. And if they're at home, they're going to multiply the fun. So it's going to be 14 on the inside. We have a 7 here and a 2 here that didn't have a friend. All right, you guys, stay with me here. Stay with me. Example number 3. Again, I'm going to ask that you simplify. Let's say I have negative 4 square root $45. All right, so 45, can we break down 45? Good. 5 times 9. Do one of those break down further? 9 breaks down into 3 and 3. And again, I'm going to cross that out. Do I have some friends? The 3s. Those 3s are going to go to the outside where there's already somebody hanging out. What do you think we're going to do with them? Good. And what's going to stay home, Sean? Perfect. Really? Okay, let's try another one. How about if I have 6 square root 144. 12 and 12. Do we have a set of friends? So those friends are going to come out to the party and multiply with a 6. So you get 72. Do we have anything left? No. So the radical's gone. Okay? Correct. Ben. Uh-huh. Nope. Nope, not at all. Good question. Okay, come on, guys. Well, a few, and then I got to get into multiplying yet. But if I have to keep talking over people talking, it takes a little longer. All right, here's example number 4. Let's go with the square root of 105 x to the 3rd. Uh-oh, I threw a variable in there. 105 breaks down into 5 times 21, right? 21 breaks down into 3 and 7. X to the 3rd is 3 x's. All right, so I need, out of all that, do we have one set of friends? The x's. I have a group of x's that get to go out. Staying at home is a 5, a 3, a 7, and an x. Yep. So 5 times 3 times 7 goes back to 105, and I still have one x that multiplies on the inside. Yes. Uh-huh.
5 and 21. But on the one before, and then from 21, we broke that down more. On the one before, it was 144. Then we went to 12. We can break 12 down more, right?
Right. Hey, guys. So the reason we stopped at 12 and 12 was because they both were the same. So if we broke down 12, it'd be 3 and 4. 3 and 4, they, again, are all the same. So, okay, that's a really good question. All right, let's try another one similar to this one. We got to start adding some letters in because that's fun. Let's go with the square root of, let's go 48x to the 4th. Let's go y squared. Yeah. I like it. All right. All right, 48. 48 can break down into 6 and 8, right? Well, both of those can break down. 6 can break down into 3 times 2. Cross out my 6. 8 can break down into 2 and 4. Cross out my 8. And 4 can break down into 2 and 2. All right. My x's, I have 4 x's, and I have 2 y's. Whoops, that's a y and a y. Okay, hold on. Okay, what is your question?
So, say we have 4 x's, would those be 2 groups then?
Yes. Okay. So we have, yes, one group of x's, another group of x's. We have a group of y's. What else has a friend up there? There's a group of 2's. What else? Another group of 2's. All right. So going out to the party is all of our groups. We have a group of 2, another group of 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. I have a group of x, So x times x is x squared. And I have a y. And then staying at home. What doesn't have a friend? The 3, exactly. All right, questions. Okay, So let's get to the second part of today. Well, I want to talk about multiplying radicals. All right, so step one, you're going to multiply the outsides. Step two, we're going to multiply the insides. And step three, we're going to simplify. So let's say I have the square, or 2 square root 6 times by, let's go, 5 square root 15. All right, so step one says we multiply our outsides. So what is 2 times 5? Okay, then we multiply our insides. What's 6 times 15? All right, so now we got to break down or simplify 90. 90 can break down into what?
30.
You want to go 30 and 3? Okay, 3 and 30. 30 can break down into 2 and 15, I heard. So let's go 2 and 15. I'm going to cross out my 30. 15 can break down into 3 and 5. All right. Do we have a group of friends up there? 3 and 3 right here, right? Group of 3s. They're going to come out and join the 10, which means we're going to do what? Good. We have 30 on the outside. Left at home. 2 and 5. And what are we going to do with those? Good. Multiply them so we get 10. Okay. So this is one last example. One more. Okay. So this is example what? 7? Oh, that's it? Oh, man. Okay, example 5. Let's say we have, let's go with 6 square root 15 times by negative 5 square root 10. All right, so first we multiply our outsides. Perfect, negative 30. Multiply your insides, we get 150. Now we have to simplify. So we can break that down into, let's do 15 and 10, sure. 15 breaks down into 3 and 5. I'm going to cross out my 15. 10 breaks down into 5 and 2. All right. Do we have any friends? 5 and 5. So I'm going to circle my 5s. They're going to come out and join the party. So negative 30 times 5 is negative 150. And what is that going to do? Multiply and we get 6. Very good. Questions? I know. I think they can be. That's why they're going to multiply and have some fun together, right?